Hey there everyone, welcome back to GameVine, and my name is Dave. Welcome back to another Cat Week video, and today we are reviewing Calico. Wait a minute. That's better. Calico. I mean, it just kind of irks me just a little bit. The box art is very pretty. I love it, but this game is called Calico. Why is there a tabby on the front? I mean, this is a softball, guys. You could have put a beautiful multicolored calico on the front of the box and really knocked it out of the park, though the tabby is really cute and done very well. But I digress. Calico is a new game from AEG and Flat Out Games. It was on a Kickstarter. I wish I got the Kickstarter edition, but this is just the basic edition. It's a tile laying game where you're making a beautiful, elegant quilt of various fabrics and colors. And you're trying to get beautiful kitties to come lay on it, and also pin buttons to get as many points as you can to have the most beautiful quilt and be the best at the end of the game. So this game is very prone to analysis paralysis, so if you have a group that likes to really think out their turns, well, you're going to have to go into this game knowing that. But I like tile laying games, and the production of this game is pretty stellar. Without further ado, let me go ahead and show you that production, show you how to play, and then give you my thoughts. Let's go. Alright, here's what comes in the box of Calico, and woo. If you're going to make a tile game, well, take some notes from these guys, because boy, this is highly produced. And I'm going to go ahead and do the cardboard test. Boom! Oh man, that snapped super fast, which means it's like 5-ply. That's amazing. Okay, so let's get into all these colorful tiles. Now they come in various different colors and patterns. You have all the red ones and the corresponding buttons. Now these are going to be going to another place, but they have a rainbow button down at the bottom there, and then you have these big tiles that you'll be using. This one right here, and the coolest part right here are the double layered boards. Now I put one in here so you can see it's really hard to knock these tiles out. Now when you have all the tiles in a board, they stay in even if you tip it like this. Now if you tip it all the way over, they're going to fall out. But this is my favorite part, and they did it in a way where it's not bowing. I've had a lot of double ply boards which have started to bow because the bottom layer just isn't strong enough. This is super fantastic, and there's different colors for each board, and I know they're going to stay straight the whole time as long as I take good care of them. Now you have some cat tiles up here. You have various ones, and they got double sides for more options to choose from. Comes with a little drawing bag, Calico, very sweet and cool. And then you have the little kitty cats, and all this cardboard just feels amazing. The print on it feels, it's linen finish. It's fantastic. I love it. So now let me stop drooling all over this game before I saturate it too much. Let me show you how to play this game. Let's go. Alright, so I'm going to go over the basic rules, go over most of them. If I leave out one or two, forgive me. So this is the game set up, and there is a solo variant. There's a where you are discarding one of these tiles every time you draw one, but I'm not going to be going over that. I'm going to be playing the rules as if there are multiple players. So for starters, you'll give everybody their starting tiles and have them choose 3 of them, and then they put them on their board here. You have cats, and then you'll put assign 2 fabric patterns to each one of them and set them aside. You have the buttons up top here. You'll draw 3 of tiles from the bag and put them up top for the community pot of drawing tiles, and then you give everybody a hand of 2 tiles. Now the name of the game is to fill up your board. Everybody will fill up their board. I think it's around 22 turns or so. And then at the end of that, you want to have the highest score. You'll be trying to get scores by getting buttons, getting colors bunched up in clusters, and fabric bunched up and clustered according to the cat's goal requirements and what you have on your board. So essentially it's a lot of thinkiness to try to make sure you're pulling the right tiles, because on your turn all you're doing is taking one of the tiles from your hand and placing it on the board anywhere. You don't have to place it on going to another tile. You can just place it anywhere you want. but the goal is to try to make your quilt applicable to all your goals and to the cat's goals. Now when you play a tile, then you'll draw a tile from the middle that you want. Let's say I want this green one here, and then you'll go in the bag and replenish that. And the next person will do that. Now, let's go over how you're getting buttons and scoring so you know what you're doing when you're building your quilt. Alright, for starters, let's go over the cats. This one right here, you have to get this pattern, like that pyramid pattern, with these fabrics, so with the lines or the kind of star print. So you have to get them in that kind of triangle pattern. You can do it, you have to do it downward, and if you do that, you get 3 points every time. 4 or more of each of these patterns in any grouping, like a line, as long as they're connected, and or a cluster, and 7 for this one down here, and you get 11 and 5 points respectively. Now, not only do the tiles that you play count, the ones around the board here count as well. So if I place this green one right here, I have a grouping of this pattern and this color together. Now let's go over this board down here. I'll get a little closer. Okay, so let's go over the tiles here. This one right here is you have to get 2 groupings of either the same color or the same pattern, and if you do one of those, you will get whatever is in the blue circle. Now if you do both the color and the pattern grouping of 2 pairs here, you will get the yellow circle, which is 13 points. This one right here is if you get all the different colors, you will get 10 points. Now if you get all the different colors and all the different patterns, you'll get 15 points. That's my favorite. It makes the quilt look very eclectic and beautiful. And the other various ones that you have, but those are 2 examples that you have. Now, the way that you get buttons is you have to get a cluster of 3 of the same color. Now, once you've done that, you are able to push the button wherever you want, and it will score 3 points, which is down there, and it can be any of the fabrics. Now the cool thing is, if you get 1 of each button, you can get this rainbow button here, and you'll place it anywhere you want when you actually get it. Alright, so let's say I'm going for Cali up here, and I'm going to do something like this. I have a stripe one right here, I play another stripe one right here, and then I play this 3rd stripe one right here. This way I will be able to get 3 points, and I'll be able to claim Cali and put her on my blanket because she's so cute. Oh. And that's really it. You'll continue to do this until everyone's filled up their quilt, you know, taking 1 tile from your hand, placing it down, grabbing the tile up here, replenishing it, and then trying to place out all the buttons and kitty cats on your quilt until you've done that. And let me go over the scoring a little bit in depth. Alright, so let's go over my scoring that I've got right here. So first we're going to go over if I've succeeded in my goals here. Now I did get this one right here. I got 13, so I did get 3 of a color and of 2 different colors, and then 3 of 2 different patterns, so that I succeeded there. This one I didn't quite get 4 of one and 2 of the other on each color and pattern. I think I just did the color, so I got 7 points, and then here I was successful to get all of the different colors but not the patterns, so I got 10. So all together I got 30 from that. Then we go down to cats. I got 2 of the kitty cats. I really didn't get many cats. That kind of saddens me, but I got 3 and 5, so all together I got 8 for my cats. And then my buttons, I get 3 for each one. I didn't get a rainbow button. I always try to get a rainbow button, but I didn't this time, which I got 18 points. So altogether I got 56 points, and that's a decent score. Now the coolest thing, check this out, the buttons will slide, but the tiles don't. Let's see how far we can go with this. That's amazing. I love it. Okay, so that's basically what you do in the game. Now let me give you my opinion and give this game a grade. Let's go. So that is how you play Calico. So now Calico is getting a 81 from me. It's a super solid game. I love tile laying games, and I love games where I can make something and then in the end I can just bask in its glory, just look at what I made, and hopefully I had enough points to win the game. But if I didn't, in these type of games, I'm always happy to build my quilt or build anything. Now this theme, there's a few out there like that, but Calico execute this theme perfectly, and the cats are pretty there. It's not overwhelmingly themed with cats, but they're abundant enough because you're looking at them on the tiles, the big tiles, and trying to execute the fabrics, and you're putting them on your quilt. So yes, if you're a cat lover, I think you're going to like this game. Now, if you like tile laying games, this is a shoo-in. This game is phenomenal. A bit on the longer side for me, but again, I do like playing games where I build stuff up in front of me. This is a bit of a solitaire kind of experience, but because you're so tuned into what your goals are, the players do keep you up from playing the game your own turn, and that's where it can kind of, I think, hinder itself a bit. That's my least favorite part about it, and it's the time lapse and when you're trying to wait for your turn, and sometimes the other players are going to be just like you. Myself, I had the same problem where I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, this fabric is right here, but what I want to do with the color too, but this color here, no longer going to be able to execute this goal. It's out. There's no way I can execute this goal, so I'll have to hyper focus on getting like buttons or like cats. So the strategy and the replayability is phenomenal. It's super replayable because you can flip over the cats, you can do different kind of strategies on your board. It's just super nice, and I played this 3 times and had a different strategy every time. Production is just stellar. The art and everything is just one of my favorite kind of art, but with colorful backgrounds, realistic art, but it still has that kind of oil paint-esque to it. Really nice. The cover does kind of irk me a little bit, but it's still really nice. So overall, I think this is a fantastic game, and it gets a solid B from me. So if you are in the market for a cat game, you'll like this. If you're in the market for a tile laying game, you're absolutely going to like this. So thank you for joining me in today's review. I hope it was informational. If you want to buy this game, it's going to be linked down below. Helps the channel out if you click that link. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe. Until next time that I see you here at Cat Week, my name is Dave. Have a great rest of your day and a great time with all you play. I'm out. Bye. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.